kitty. Are you ready for some more Teen Diaries? Hmm? Are you ready? We've come to June 17th, 1993. If you want to do the math and figure out how old I was then, I was born March 9th, 1977. Today was the play, but Ben, my brother Ben, as opposed to the guy in my class, Ben A, who I wrote a lot about before. Today was the play, but Ben and Mom missed it because someone dropped a window pane on Ben's head and he had to get stitches. In the play, Malcolm didn't really take me into his arms, but kind of stroked my elbow. It's easier to do stuff to people than have them do stuff to you. Shudder. I said, "Where are you, Malcolm?" as one of my lines, and Benjamin Lush, enough Bens at this school, Benjamin Lush was probably a little kid. Benjamin Lush said, "He's right behind you." New topic. I heard Mr. Cannon talk to the guys about the camping trip. Remember how I said in a previous video about how the boys at our school were way too cool for the girls? Well, they got a big lecture from Mr. Cannon, and I was the lucky one who got to eavesdrop. He said he never heard anyone say thank you. He said the guys had a bad attitude. The guys said it's hard to change. Mr. Cannon told them God could help. Ben asked about rudeness towards girls. And when Mr. Cannon said about rides and stuff, Tom said the girls wouldn't like to go with them. They were talking about not doing things with the girls, and Stephen said, "Well, girls like tea parties and sewing." Mr. Cannon said, "I doubt it." Then they started talking about TV. I don't know why. Then I went in. Stephen asked me if I was listening. I said, "No, why would I listen to you?" Ryan said with a cute smile, "See, they have bad attitudes too. Sorry." I had a dream I asked Ryan if he missed Laura in math class. I told him to tell her that. He told me and her when she came in that he liked her as a friend. Peter apologized to Mr. Cannon about his attitude on the walk. I was impressed. June 19th. After the first day of cramming, studying kind of loses its glamour. June 28th. Finally, school is out. Driving lessons tomorrow. There are 2 peacocks in our neighborhood. Every evening you hear this sound like a cat in heat. It is so annoying. I wonder what peacock tastes like. And then I drew a little cartoon. In the bubble it says, "I look really sinister, but I don't plan on running anything over." July 1st, 1993. And then I wrote down all my grades and whether they were higher or lower than the last time. I went to a really strict private Christian school. And we had a teacher who, like, they tested us so hard. Like, you pretty much had to have your chapter memorized before you even had a chance at passing any of these tests. And looks like science, I had 66%. Meanwhile, I got 88% in choir. Who gets 88% in choir? Aren't you supposed to get like 100% just for participation? I don't know. Anyways, okay. Back to Jessica from the past. July 6th. I hate the drama room at Princess Margaret's. It's totally black and has no windows. Nick kept apologizing to me for something, but I wasn't sure what it was about. Christy hates me. She is so rude. Joel said at the end of the day, "Well, my offer still stands." I couldn't remember what he was talking about. An offer? Oh, I wrote too light. I get it kind of, whoa, really, really faded pencil. Let me try again. I couldn't remember anything about an offer. I felt kind of bad, so I just said, which one? He asked me if I wanted to go to the movies, and I said my parents don't like that. They probably didn't like that, but I didn't really like him enough to ask my parents if I could go to the movies with this particular boy. Very great personality, I just didn't feel it. Okay. Remember to refer to Sean as old boyfriend, not boyfriend. The guy Jamie got a fisherman's wharf lozenge from an old girlfriend, so he said thank you and kissed her on the cheek. 14-year-olds, what a day. July 30th. According to a survey, the most boring thing is standing in line. The second most boring thing is doing laundry. I started smoking 2 days ago. I do it for the head rush. You shake and get sickly and relax. August 16th. Jamie and Jenna are together. Michelle likes Matt. I've kissed all the guys except Matt and Nick. Scott is hot. Everyone was at Annika's for a party and we waited outside. A couple of skaters came by. I got a drag off of one guy after I planned to quit. Tim, 15, he asked if we had any beer. Barry, Amy's boyfriend, asked the guy what school he went to and got mad when he didn't answer. I was not impressed with his language. August 10. I think Jamie is using Jenna for his own ego or to make someone else jealous. He says she's nice and pretty. When I told him that 2 other guys wanted to ask her out, he just said, so what am I supposed to do about it? I wasn't impressed. I told him that if he liked Jenna, then he should treat her more special because all he does is hug her. She can get hugs from Scott or Kyle, and he hugs all the other girls. He said, any suggestions? I told him to buy her flowers. I later told Jenna this and told her to ignore him. He made me mad one day. He gave me this big hug and Jenna was sitting right behind me. What a creep. I hope she does ignore him. I guess teen Jessica had not understood the concept of open relationships at that point in time. August 11. I wish I could tell someone these feelings. I wish people felt sorry for me because I was this tough person on the outside and other people had to work at getting to know me. I remember trying to get Scott to feel sorry for me today. I won't do that anymore because I hate when people do that to me. Part of me wants to be bad, but the other part knows it's wrong. I want people to tell me that they care about me. I can tell girls that I care about them, but not the guys. It looks bad. I want to stop feeling sorry for myself because there is nothing to feel sorry about. If I put on an act that I've had a horrible life, I know people will see right through it and resent me. Maybe I want the attention people get on talk shows. I want to help other people with their problems. I want to be someone people can lean on and depend on. I want to be needed. I want to need someone too. Sure, I need my friends, but I want a human I can talk to about problems without asking for advice or worrying that I'm bugging them. I can't tell people my problems because they're so trivial and it will seem dumb compared to things that happen to other people. Sometimes my dad hits me. Once there was something bad with the babysitter. I had to leave Saudi Arabia. I don't try hard enough to stick around friends, but I get upset when they don't talk to me and sulk. I shouldn't sulk. It bugs people. Boy, I'm stupid. I'm depressed for no reason. September 10th. Yesterday, I thought I was supposed to do chapters 1 to 8 and questions in my chemistry book. I got up to page 16 and realized I was only to do pages 1 to 8. At least I'm ahead. I've always had problems with numbers. Quotations from chemistry book. There are a number of questions you can ask about these observations. Do you have the same kind of matter after you burn the match that you had before? How do you know? Do you have the same amount of matter after you burn the match that you had before? How do you know? If the matter is different, what made it change? How do you know? Can the matter that you have after you burn the match be changed back to a match again? If so, how? How do you know? Page 4, 9 questions. Perhaps you also thought of temperature. If you set the book on fire, something we trust you are not tempted to do, you could measure the heat produced. Page 11. September 15th. Sean's parents are splitting. Danielle is in our class and she's kind of weird. Mr. B was telling a story and she kept telling him the names of people. Tom told her she talks too much. The guys are nicer to us this year. This guy who lives across the street from Carolyn, called Stephen T, wants to ask me out. He is not, 2 underlines, my type. That's it for now.